talk a little loud. Anyway, hello everybody.
Hello.
Apologies for the microphone situation. Basically, my headset's broken, so we have Domi's microphone sitting there, and we're hoping that it picks up stuff reasonably well. This is the best we've been able to actually work out. This is Domi. You may know him from one of my previous vlogs.
Yep.
As the guy who was going like this.
Yeah. I was telling sad stories.
Telling sad stories, indeed. So we're here to just talk about random shit. We were talking about random shit. We decided we should just make this my vlog. And then we probably totally lost our train of thought on the random shit stuff. So what should we start talking about, Domi?
Well, we could continue talking about Final Fantasy, which we were talking about earlier.
Okay, so basically, I was ranting and raving about Final Fantasy X.
Spoilers.
Yes, spoilers. Anyway, I was ranting and raving about Final Fantasy X 2. Somehow we got there from discussing internet culture, but
Trigger warning.
What?
Trigger warning. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, go on.
Anyway, so I was ranting and raving about Final Fantasy X 2, absolutely destroying the story of Final Fantasy X, which is one of the best stories in video games, in my opinion. Did you really have an opinion on that, or was I just ranting?
I didn't play Final
Yes.
Fantasy. Are you crazy? I played Final Fantasy 2 because it was on a demo disc from like PS Magazine, whatever. That's how
Alright.
That's how I played my game.
So, this discussion's off to a very one-sided start.
Yeah, well, I think Final Fantasy is a good series. Overall, it has a decent fan base. They're not crazy. They're not overly obsessed. At least some of them. Maybe that's because a lot of them are like 20 or older and not 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, the new Final Fantasy games, obviously, I think they do pander to the new generation a little bit, but I mean,
well,
the diehard fans are going to be the older guys.
Yeah, but the old games play to the old generation.
Yeah, I agree. So,
I mean, you can't just in 50 years they're gonna show the Wii or like the Wii U, and people are gonna be, oh, that's so old school. Then the new games are gonna be very different and probably really easy.
Indeed. Basically, the reason that we bring this up at all is because Domi doesn't like certain fan bases. I don't think there's any argument in that point.
I think that we need a rule. I have rules.
Okay, we have rules. He has rules. Okay, cool. What are our rules?
No, you know, like the rule that we don't talk about 9/11.
Ah, okay.
In the house, or that yesterday we.
That is actually a rule, by the way. we don't talk about politics or 9/11.
We tried to enforce that rule. We failed. It was a horrible day.
It was a horrible day, and the majority of the argument happened at a restaurant in England, at a LAN. There was like this 9-year-old girl standing in the corner just like staring at us, thinking that we were laughing at her or something. It was really awkward.
That was such a weird girl. Oh my god. She was like a British version of Alma from the Fear games. I don't know the Fear games.
0 for 2 so far references.
No. PengWin doesn't play games. He doesn't know games. Why do I have to sit? This is so weird. Okay, so right now I can do this. See, because your webcam is so weird.
Yeah, my webcam's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you like how everything is a little bit slanted? Oh, that way.
Yeah. See, we're in Switzerland. It's like, see, this is the globe. Switzerland is about here. That's why everything is slanted. Wait, should it be the other way? I don't know. But that's why everything is slanted because we're on the slanted side.
Like when you look at Baldi's and Zeph's vlogs, basically they have like a program in their computer that automatically switches their webcams from being upside down. Since they live in Australia, they actually record them being upside down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put their webcams on the bottom of the monitor.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it works. I mean, we have gravity on the northern hemisphere. They have anti-gravity.
That's why kangaroos can jump so high because, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're jumping towards the gravity.
Yeah, they don't jump; they fall.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about this. We talked about gravity and anti-gravity.
Yeah.
We want to talk about. Can we go into fan bases? I mean,
we can go into fan bases if you want.
I don't know. We can talk about other stuff.
I mean, whatever you want. You're a special guest.
Well, see, there's a lot of things we can't talk about. Like, I think porn is a very big. No, I'm actually being serious. Like, porn has a very big part in society.
That you're gonna say porn is a very big fan base, and I was gonna say yes, it does.
Yes, no, but it does have a very big fan base, and a lot of people don't really stand up to it. I mean, if you ask someone on the street, if you're gonna ask like a boy, do you watch porn? It's gonna be with his. What?
I'm sorry. Just reading base straight TV chat right now. Oh, that's funny.
The English caster in this scene, that is fucking bad. Okay!
He's the Bev caster.
Oh my god, yeah.
Alright, so if
Bev
anybody
is
from Bev watches this,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but you all know at this point that I don't like Icicle.
I don't watch other casts than PengWin. Or
Yeah.
I only watch people I know. So, what do we talk about? Yeah,
Yes,
porn has a
fan
very big fan base, and people don't really stand up to it, at least not in real life. If you ask someone, do you watch porn? And he's with classmates, like girls, whatever.
Female classmates?
Yeah. Hey, see? Gender non-descriptive classmates. Oh my god, you don't get that either.
No, I don't. 0 for 3.
You should have a Tumblr. Like, that is crazy. You do not understand a Tumblr, okay?
No, I don't.
Yeah, so he has female classmates and he will not talk about it, most likely.
Well,
Maybe he'll be like,
it,
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, girls, I'm looking at you. Like that, jokingly. But nobody says, okay, I watch porn, I buy porn, whatever.
I actually disagree with that. I mean, I think there's a lot of stigma that now, like, obviously it's sort of accepted that the majority of people do. I think, like, what's looked down upon has sort of shifted. It's not so much like watching porn that's looked down upon now, it's like watching certain areas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like it also depends a lot on the person. Like, some people are obviously going to be less open about it, but, I mean, take A-Bomb for instance. He was like fucking open about everything in the world, man. Some people are like him. They just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I can't even do that.
They go into conversations going YOLO, and then you just fucking like.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy though.
He's a really open guy. He's an awesome guy.
But, like that's.
I really respect that.
Like we in the team house, we have interesting themes.
Themes?
No,
it's like
you said it.
this
Oh my
week.
God.
This
Topics.
week is
Yes.
porno theme.
Topics. Well, I think we had a porno week. Or like at least we had a masturbation.
No, we had like
week.
we have to explain this. This is like conversation topics. This isn't like for a week come up with the most weird way to masturbate or something like that.
We had toilet topics, which is like we talked about. Okay, so somebody said something. I'm not gonna say who it was.
What?
It was a guy from the UK. So somebody said, sometimes I masturbate on the floor, and we just went crazy. Like everybody was like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is wrong with you? And he said, what? I don't think it's that weird. And then
I'm gonna have to put an NSFW tag on my fucking vlog.
What the fuck? Whatever. it just makes it funny. So and
it's
then
fine. Panda talked about foot fetishes in his last one.
Oh my god. Did he talk about his fetishes?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he should have. So
yeah, Panda, I'm looking at you next time.
I'm your viewer. The one viewer. Like I'm the one starting conversations on your guys' vlogs. I'm the only guy doing that, I think. No, there's like 20 people.
No, yeah, there's a good number of people who
I
watch our vlogs.
think we should open an IRC channel, guys.
We should open an IRC channel.
We
like,
the
just think about it. It would be so cool. It would be like our Skype chat plus Domi. Wouldn't that be worthwhile?
Yeah, I can't actually join Skype chats.
No, you shouldn't.
Like if I try to add people, they just go like, oh no, I thought you were like a Japanese guy, or no, a Chinese guy because you had weird things next to your name, so I didn't accept you. And I'm like, okay.
Cool beans.
Thank you.
It's like, who the fuck is this? BMO is my wife who wants to add me? What the fuck?
That's not how it changed that. BMO was such a great guy. Okay, so no, we were talking about toilet topics, and then we went on about standing while peeing because somebody left the toilet seat up, and it's not that bad, but it was up all the time. Like you want to take piss like once a week, it's up. Doesn't fucking matter when. So we talked about this to some person, and then he said,
if he ever watches this vlog, he's gonna be like, wow, these guys really hate me.
No, I like it. See, it's important to talk about things like this because if we wouldn't have, then maybe it would have gotten us in a really big argument. Mm-hmm. Like,
no, I mean, I also think it's very important to be open, especially if you're living in a house with a bunch of other people.
Yeah, and I think we are very open.
Yeah,
that's good.
Especially when Avon's here.
Yeah, and then he was really fascinated that all the Swiss people are peeing while sitting.
It's like that's just normal.
That's what we do.
That's normal because
In a Swiss family, that's the standard.
Mhm.
Your mother teaches you to sit while peeing, because if you don't, then you're not obeying your mother. Then you will not get food, or only get food that you don't
Then you
like.
get locked in the cellar with the cats.
No, cats are treated nice.
Cats are awesome. I love cats.
You're gonna get locked in the cellar with.
Giraffes.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Giraffes.
So, and spiders.
Ooh, fucking spiders. I hate spiders, man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was really interesting to see how different like people are brought up in different countries.
Mhm.
Even though it's only peeing, it was still very interesting. And
Wait,
then
that was the best fucking moment is like the 2-hour argument about Switzerland's the best country in the
Yeah.
world. No, it's not.
So I wanted to tell a certain person that Switzerland is the best country because if you look at all the statistics and from my personal experience, I think Switzerland is overall one of the best countries in the world, if not the best countries. For me personally, I think Switzerland is the best country in the world. Like, the best country.
Dun 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 dun.
See, it's just...
Swiss national anthem.
Yeah.
See, he gets my references. I just don't get his.
Yeah, because I'm Swiss, and my references are about tumbling shit. So, if you disagree with that, that's fine. You can think that your country is the best, but you will always know that I'm right. No, I'm just joking. It's just that overall, some countries are going downhill, especially America, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Most of Europe. Everybody that doesn't have the Swiss franc.
So Liechtenstein is fine.
Yeah,
Pretty
they
much.
are actually fine.
But yeah, they're actually pretty well off. So
Yeah, Switzerland is a great country with great ideals and great people.
yes, and the best casters in the world.
Yes. But small places, very small places.
Fucking Kirchlindach. We live like at the ass of the world, essentially.
That's what he says. He doesn't know anything about Switzerland. I think sometimes I feel like that.
No,
Because he
there are
lives in
obviously
Zurich.
more. There are obviously more secluded areas, but
Do
like
you know how far off Zurich is from Bern?
yes, it's about a 49-minute train ride to the intercity.
It's more. It's like an hour. Like
No,
an hour.
it's like the fastest
Yeah,
you can get
okay,
there
I
is
guess.
50 minutes. I do that
Yeah,
a
I
lot,
guess.
dude.
See, that's 50 minutes. You know how long it takes from Bern to get here?
No, I mean, like, you know what I
20
mean. Like,
minutes.
and
You know
what I
what
mean by
Bern is?
Amsterdam.
Bern is the center of Switzerland.
No, what I mean is like if you look at the actual like place we live, there's just like one store, a post office, and like 10 other buildings.
Yeah, and all of them are
Welcome
villages.
to
Well,
oh, there's
small villages.
a restaurant as well.
Yeah, small villages in Switzerland are mostly built up in like small accommodations
Communities, yeah.
of buildings.
Mhm.
So right here we have like 20 buildings, and which is everything, like the restaurant, the store, the post office, everything. And then 500 meters down the street, down the main street, there's another one of these
Mhm.
without the store because I don't know. It's like,
Because we're better than them.
yeah.
Fucking peasants.
But the first
They can't
few
afford a
weeks-
store.
Yeah, the first few weeks we were here, I thought that was the best time because it was really foggy.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it really, if you looked at the house, like I'm pretty sure PengWin thought there were no buildings 15 meters up the street because you couldn't see them. It was like Silent Hill, I think. Silent Hill
Yeah.
is the one. Yeah.
Fucking creepy shit, man.
Yeah. So this is PengWin lives here now full time. Sometimes he goes back to his family to see if they have new children.
What? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Flu was really shocked that I told him that you were going to meet your sister and her child,
Uh-huh.
and he said, "What? He hasn't seen it yet?" Flu was shocked at you not seeing your.
But I have seen my nephew.
your you have?
Yeah, it was
I thought
there
you
the day he
hadn't.
was born.
Oh my god.
Dude, what the
I
fuck?
thought, yeah, but I thought you didn't. I thought it was like it was like a coincidence and you weren't there or something.
No, man.
Oh my god.
Like, the reason I came back for 2 days was so that I could, like, play games for, like, 2 days, then, like, not just be gone for, like, 2 straight weeks. Like, because I was like, okay, Katie's doing, like, 2 days, I'm gonna come back to Bern for, like, 3 days, and then I'm gonna go back to Zurich so I could, like, hang out with my sister, because
Wait,
you're in the
so-
hospital and shit.
So your 3-day period is now?
No, like, basically, I went home for Christmas, a little before Christmas, And then like before New Year's, I came back for like 2 days because like if you don't play StarCraft for 2 weeks, it's fucking horrible for you.
Okay.
So like, I just came back for like 2 days, then I went back there, and since my sister was having her kid, I took my PC so I could stay there longer.
Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry for making you think
Yeah,
that you're a
fucking
horrible
like
person.
I call my sister every day, but I don't want to go see my nephew who lives like an hour away from me.
Well, yeah, it's Switzerland. Everything, like, the longest distance you can go is 2 hours.
He's got the worst fucking birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, his birthday's New Year's, which is gonna be kind of cool for like the first like 10 years of his life. He's gonna be like, "There's fireworks on my birthday. That's fucking cool." And then he's gonna become a teenager, and every year he's gonna be hungover as fuck on his birthday. How shit is that?
You can just continue drinking.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
just go.
okay, I'm just gonna sleep through the 30th, sleep through like the first 18 hours of the 31st, and then just marathon it for 30 hours. Just fucking go. YOLO.
Yeah, but it's actually no problem. If you're used to marathoning things, or like staying up long.
I'm used to marathons.
Actually, right?
Marathons. You know? Like,
You know what you call a marathon? If you watch a full show or something.
yes.
If you just marathon through a season.
Yes, that's what I mean by marathons.
Jesus fuck.
We have a
Do you
yearly,
call them marathons?
we have a yearly marathon in the TL.
Ah! Okay, okay. But that actually makes sense.
Oh
So I
shit,
think
my
it's
bad.
okay.
Sorry, I'm moving the mic around. Cable.
Whatever. So, now we're back to ponies.
We're back to the conversation.
We're back to ponies.
There's like a rule in the world now where all conversations will lead back to ponies.
At least between us.
Yeah, kind of.
Because,
That's
see-
true though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
because
so weird. Like
I'm
we
a
talk
person
long
that
enough.
lives in the internet, and I am very much a fan
He's an
of-
internet denizen, and I feel like you're,
What?
you're a denizen of the internet,
I don't know
like
what
a
that
citizen of the internet.
Okay.
So he's a denizen of the internet. So like, I feel like he's somebody who should understand the ponydom, but he doesn't like ponies.
I do understand it.
He
but
does
I don't like
understand it, but he doesn't like it. Which makes me sad.
Just because I don't care doesn't mean I don't understand.
You make Fluttershy cry.
I do.
You're making her flutter cry.
Ah! All the puns. All the puns.
I found on Twitter, there's a Twitter account called like Puns for Funds or something. Best thing I've ever found. I find it. There's like 3,500 tweets of just puns, and I'm just sitting there. I'm in TeamSpeak with Between and Rouse. So two
Oh,
of my
that's when you
teammates.
were. Oh my god.
He was in the channel, but he was muted. He didn't hear us. But he came in, and every now and then he'd hear like two puns, and just be like, "Oh no!" But he doesn't realize that like for like 2 hours, all I was doing was just scrolling through there and reading all the funny ones to these guys.
Oh my god.
It wasn't just coincidence that you happened to unmute when I was saying a pun. It was
Okay.
constant for 2 fucking hours.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. Actually, I'm just gonna read a couple puns just because people like puns,
Okay.
alright? People like puns for puns. Despite some of the
if
funny
all
ones.
the TRT, TMIT guys.
Yeah. So, let's see. What do you call a cow with a twitch? Beef jerky. I have a fear of speed bumps. I'm slowly getting over it.
These are pretty good.
They are great. What concert cost 45 cents? 50
Oh!
Cent featuring Nickelback.
Oh my
It's
god.
a brilliant one. See, isn't
really
this the
good.
best thing to ever happen to the internet other than ponies?
It's pretty damn good.
pretty
Puns are
awesome.
really good.
It's pretty great. I fucking love puns.
It's pretty
Can somebody get me a new calendar? Mine ended. Alright, I'm done, guys. I'm sorry.
Wait, don't you read on?
Nope. Later.
Okay.
Later.
Thank you. Yeah.
Next topic.
No, we were talking
Have
about...
you watched Akikan yet?
No. What is it about anyway?
So, Akikan is the greatest thing... You have to count how many times you're going to say this in this vlog. It's the greatest thing to ever grace the internet.
I'm sorry, but I'm not... No, I know things. I've seen things. I know how great they are.
No, Akikan is... it's an anime. And, like, most people realize that there are some animes that are just fucking weird. Akikan is so weird that it's just awesome. Now let me explain to you the main idea of the show. Basically, the idea is that there are these soda drinks. They're cans of drinks. They're soda cans. And when you drink out of them, they turn into girls. They turn into attractive girls. Now the idea is that they can then use magic, but when they use magic, it takes up their carbonation. So you then have to essentially feed them by giving them the drinks that they're made of, which then gives them more carbonation, which then allows them to like live or some fucking shit like that.
They have machines.
Huh?
They have infinite energy. You take the things out of them and then put it back in, and then they have more energy than before.
Well, basically, like not all cans are Akikans. They're very rare. Basically, so there's this girl who this guy who's like this lonely high school guy.
Oh no, the magical girl and the lonely guy, and they live alone.
Exactly.
And then weird things happen.
No,
and
the funny thing is no, it's great.
Fall in love.
No, they don't. They don't.
Realize
Like he's always hitting on her, and she's always like fucking blasting him with magic because she's getting pissed off at him because like she has the mental age of like a 4-year-old, which is funny, but like she's like kind of.
Wait, well, that's more magic.
I know it is, but like it's really funny. And then like the behind the scenes, the big storyline is that there are tin cans and aluminum cans, and there's a soda dispensary company is pitting the tin Akikan against the aluminum Akikan in a war, and whoever wins will somehow decide what will be most profitable for the company to invest in.
Well, obviously, because they will have
It's
world
fucking
domination.
awesome.
So, do the tin and the aluminum cans, do they like spawn different people, or?
Like each can is like each Akikan is a different person, and like the aluminum cans and the tin cans are like fucking at war with each other. And then like the main character and like this girl he's interested in, he has an aluminum can who's like Melon-chan, because she's melon drink. That's what she is. And then like the girl he's interested in gets like a tin can who's like an energy drink.
Wait, she gets one?
Yeah.
So there are girls that are not Akikans that then get the can.
Yeah, you don't know if it's an Akikan. You just get a normal can, because the existence of these things is like hidden from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And like the only people who know are like the government and like this one soda company, which is apparently somehow an offshoot of the government.
You turn into a magical girl if you get one of these cans.
No. These cans are the magical girls. They are the soda.
Okay.
So like you don't know that they're there though. So like once you like open it and take a drink, then it becomes the girl.
Okay.
So it's weird as fuck, but. Oh, the other great part about this, I haven't watched it in years. I need to rewatch it. I watched it like 2 years ago. But basically, the other great part is like there's all these qualities about the protagonist guy that are just funny as fuck. Like he collects drink soda cans.
Well, but that actually makes sense because it's the main character. He would know a lot about the drinks and so like drink soda stuff.
It's so cool.
That makes sense. He's like an expert.
Yeah. But I would just like to say to everyone, please watch the show. It's so awesome and so hilarious. There's only like 9 episodes, so it's a pretty quick watch. They're each like 20 minutes. You can do it in a day pretty easily. It's pretty fun though.
Like a marathon.
Yeah.
9 episodes is
about
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah. After the 20 minutes, yeah, 3 hours.
Because 6 episodes is about 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now we talked about Akikan, which is girls jumping out of soda cans after drinking.
No, it's soda cans turning into girls.
Yeah.
Girls
Obviously,
jumping out of soda cans sounds funnier though.
Holy shit. Okay, wait. So no. If they come out of the cans, or like they turn into girls, and then they need what was in the can before to live, to actually live.
They're cannibals. Get it?
A joke. But
it's not a joke. It's like they're actually cannibals.
Oh yeah.
I had never thought of that before. They're actually cannibals.
That's one thing, and the other thing is you actually pay to have them live.
Yep.
If you do not pay, they do not live.
Yep.
So
they're like pets.
And also, let's just connect the thoughts about prostitution and that show together.
Oh God!
And let it sink in for like 20 seconds, maybe. There's actually a few very good blog posts about this one movie where Chihiro's rise in Southland.
Okay.
Chihiro's travel to the magical lands of
That's
fun,
not a generic title at all.
Fun and hot baths, where there's like this black ghost
I've
guys.
seen that. I've seen a clip from that.
This is the entire movie. There's so much references, and the entire story is pretty much about what hot baths were Like there are special hot baths that are pretty much just like brothels. Brothels? Yeah. So the house she's living in is pretty much a brothel. A brothel.
All right.
So yeah, have fun watching a movie with your kids.
It's always like, where do they draw the line
And the
between
guys
anime and hentai?
Oh well, no, it's not actually.
No, I
sexual.
know.
It's just that if you think about it, it's pretty crazy. And like the guys with the black hats and the masks, yeah, they pay. You know, now you know why they pay. Now you know why they want special things in their water. Yeah, they want like special smells, like nice smells and stuff. But I guess it's actually preferring to.
Oh, in the bath water.
Yeah.
For some reason, since I was taking a drink,
sorry.
I thought you were like asking them to have like date rape drugs in the water they were drinking or something. I don't even know,
No, they
man.
already pay. Why
It's
would you
Japan,
do
man. It's Japan. I don't even know.
So I want to talk. I just want.
He went to Japan.
I just want to get it on the internet reputation. I went to Japan because I thought I don't have money, so do it now.
I don't have money. I better make this trip while I don't have money.
Yeah.
Domi logic.
Then we went to a hot bath, and it was good.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Tell it again.
It was nice. Japan was interesting. If you ever go to Japan, stay near Tokyo. If you go anywhere else,
Would you then be staying in a Tokyo hotel?
yes. If it's anywhere far away from a big city, or even like anything else in Tokyo, it will look like shit. It will smell like shit. It will be shit. I'm not kidding. Japan is falling apart. Like the country is actually so bad. It hurts. Like I had this fantasy of Japan. I actually didn't have really a high fantasy of Japan because I'm not really a fan of the country. I'm more a fan of their like anime and manga and their stories and stuff. But if you're in Tokyo itself, there are most of the buildings are pretty nice, or like they're well maintained and stuff. If you go out to even Kyoto, yeah, you have a lot of buildings that are like, you can see the windows are like, just there are things piled on top of each other, like in the top floor. It's just, oh my god, just living in Switzerland, I've never seen something like this. Because in Switzerland, either the houses, there's maybe one house in every village that's empty.
The thing is, like, the thing about living in Switzerland, though, like, I'm not trying to make this sound like Switzerland's the best country in the world, oh my god, worship my own country, but, like, it's true, like, if you go to, like, almost any other country that you go to, like, it just, there are certain areas that just look so run down. Like, even when I go to the States, like, when I was in Dallas, Texas, I was in Dallas for MLG, and I'm probably going again in March, but, basically, like, near the hotel I was staying at, I was, like, on the main road, and there was, like, all this shit, there was all these really nice hotels, or, like, restaurants and shit, like, the big fucking convention center, and all this stuff. You walk literally, like, 400 meters down the road, and there's just this, like, fucking strip, like, it's still part of the downtown area, it's not like it's, like, a bad part of town or whatever, but there's, like, empty houses, abandoned places, like, all this shit that you just don't see here, like, you know what I mean?
Switzerland doesn't have a lot of space. I think that's the main reason.
Yeah, I think so
like,
as well.
All the land in Switzerland is expensive, and it's worth money. And pretty much everyone in Switzerland has money, because if you have a job,
it's other, like, if you don't have money, you can't survive here, it's such an expensive country.
Yeah. Like if you don't have money, you get money from the state. It's not like you will die if you don't have a job, but you probably have money, enough money to maintain yourself, and the state has a lot of money too, because everybody else has a lot of money. Just Switzerland has a lot of money overall, and you can use money to make your country good.
Yeah.
So that's why, and Switzerland is really smart. So it's not really hard to maintain Switzerland.
Yeah, but it's not like maintaining fucking like Russia or
like what the
19th century British Empire.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing why Switzerland is such a good country, because it's not hard to keep it.
No, I agree. Like, I feel like if Switzerland was like the size of Russia, it would probably not be the same country it is. Obviously, it would probably be terrible.
Yeah. No, everything would be worth as much as Switzerland. Yes.
It's like, well, what we should do, what we're getting at here, is that we should establish a new world order that's led by Switzerland, because then everything will be all right.
No, we need 7 people to lead the world.
Yes, exactly. And one of them should be SFW.
we need concordance. Wait, I was talking about Japan, right?
Yeah, so we're talking about Japan.
Yeah, and I have Twitter, and I tweet with this guy from Japan. He's called, I forgot.
That's a great name. Everyone go follow I Forgot on Twitter.
Anyatobot or something like that. His tweets are very special to me because I was talking about this earlier, but I didn't finish my thought. I'm a fan of people that are different, that are weird. Frank Yang. Some of you might know him. You probably don't, but
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, you can look him up on YouTube if you want. He's going to jail in this country, which is I think Singapore or something, because he had sex on the street with a girl he liked. It was art. He claims to. He plans on claiming on court that him going to jail would be art. Yeah, and he's bodybuilding.
I think that there are probably better defenses than that.
No, it isn't. Yeah, but he doesn't care.
I mean, it's a statement. If he wants to make a statement.
He plays the violin very well, very well. He does sculpting. He's pretty much an artist. I don't know where he gets his money from. Whatever. He's a fan of Sis. Sis is like a famous bodybuilder on Fit, the fitness sport of 4chan. And Frank Yang he's an interesting person. He's someone, I like interesting people. Especially people I don't understand. So, yeah. And then there's also, I think, David Cho or something. He's like a guy that won a lot of money from just like playing poker, and then he painted the walls of the Facebook company, got like 5 or 2% of their shares because he painted them. He didn't want money, he's a gambler. So he took shares from them, and now he's a millionaire. And he feels bad about it because he had money before. He had enough money to do what he wants, but now he's famous because he has more money. And now people will probably like him because he's famous. He also went to Japan and he got in jail because he beat up a cop and he thought it was somebody bad. And his friend in Japan didn't bail him out.
Wow.
I'm talking about people, yeah, whatever. I like weak people. I like people that I don't understand. So I was this one guy in Twitter, I was asking him why he thinks that some parts of the country are very bad. He just said it's like the economy is going bad.
And that's actually very interesting. Like, I find that really interesting because, like, whenever you listen to like foreign media, everyone always seems to think that Japan is like one of the best countries in the world, the most stable countries in the world economically.
It is it's a very stable country, but it's not really. I think it's stable economically. It's just
that's completely that's like very very different from the view I had of Japan in my head.
Well, it's going downhill. I think it's just steadily
Global
going downhill
economy.
a little bit. It's just that most countries right now it's just going downhill everywhere.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean. Yeah, so I think that's why Japan is going downhill, and I think there's maybe 2 new buildings since the 70s. At least that's what it seems like.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's more, but I know what you mean.
I was in Akihabara, and that's like the technical city where like all the stuff happens and all the expensive shit is, and all of the buildings are new. Inside Tokyo, the city itself, with the skyscrapers and everything is new. But then as you go out like half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, then you already have like some buildings that are old.
Interesting.
It's just like, I don't know what's going on there. It's probably just because they still have enough space. It's not like you need to live, like you need every house. In Switzerland you need every house.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in Switzerland we also have a lot of older buildings.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are.
But
they're well maintained.
Yeah,
they're well maintained.
Because they're worth a lot and yeah. Oh, also Japan at the war. Maybe that's because that's it. Maybe they just built new buildings in some places.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was in Hiroshima. Hiroshima looked pretty much like everything else in Japan. So their buildings are 50 years old. Haha. I don't know. Japan was interesting. It was weird. It was Japan.
He also bought an entire new suitcase to bring back shit. It's pretty impressive.
I'm gonna get some stuff.
He's gonna go get some stuff. So
Can I bring porn on this show?
No.
Oh, for you people interested, I was a comic kid. Yeah, feel jealous.
I don't know what that is. He explained it to me at some point.
Yeah, feel jealous. I wanted to make sure that they hear.
Okay.
If they know comic kid, they will feel jealous.
All right. So he explained that to me and like everyone else in the house when he got back, but I don't really understand what that is. He's getting shit from Japan. I'm already probably gonna label this NSFW for like the beginning shit, but hey, I don't think think it fits with the terms of use of YouTube to have porn on the show, nor do I really want to have that on the Mac Control channel, you know. I'm sure Rifkin appreciates that. Looking out for you, Rifkin, looking out for the channel. So we're just chilling. This has already gone on for quite a while, so I'm thinking we'll just discuss one or two more topics and then probably wrap it up. So yeah, I mean, just chilling right now. Yay, Domi's back. I was explaining that it's already been a little while, so we'll probably do one or two more topics and then wrap it up.
So, just wanted to show this because a friend of mine was really shocked by this.
No porn.
This is no. This is comic law. Just don't turn it around. This is comic law. Comic law. Law is short term for Lolita or loli. If you know what Lolita is, good for you. If you don't know what Lolita is, look up the book Lolita on Wikipedia. It will tell you what Lolita is about. And this is filled with porn. The cover, if you notice,
and now I'm looking at the back of it.
It's just, it's just some cute girls, and all of the colors are like this. It's just some cute girls. I picked up 2 of these, and the first time I read it, I was shocked. I was shocked.
Oh, is that the one where it's like
what?
They're see-through, where they're like drawn see-through? Don't show the inside.
Let's check it out.
No, don't show the inside.
I don't look like it now.
Yeah, he showed us some of these, and like they're just strange to me. I don't understand the appeal, but hey.
What? Are you telling me you don't understand the appeal of this? Come on, this is.
It's art.
I'm actually not a big fan of Loli. It's just I picked it up because of the covers. They have really nice covers, and they're like 5 Swiss francs.
Okay.
And this is really cool.
There's no porn on the back of that one, thankfully.
No, this is actually no porn. I bought this at Comic Cat. What it is a fan book.
Okay.
This is what they call a fan book. It's no porn. It's just like funny stuff. And it's about Evangelion, which you might not know.
Don't know what that is.
I know it, but
I'm like
I didn't
0 for
watch
5
it.
on like
It's
dimension
really
shit.
Evangelion is like one of the biggest. It's one of the longest going, really popular anime. If you count out Naruto, Bleach, shit like that.
Curtis will probably know what you're talking about.
Let me just note this. This character right here.
You can show that on the camera.
See?
I just find that really funny.
Wait.
Wait, up. I just find that really
He's
funny.
reading the Gay Times. This is, I think it's called Kaichi. No, I'm pretty sure he's not called Kaichi. But the joke in the anime is that he's gay, or that he hits on the main character. He's like, he says, "Oh, I want to go on a coffee," and then the main character says, "You know, I'm a guy, right?" And then he says, "Love is not about being a guy." And now there's this joke where it's like they replace him with a piece of pizza or a slice of pizza,
What?
and then the main character says, "You know, I'm not pizza, right?" And then the pizza says, "Love is not about being pizza."
That's actually like I find that funny as well, just because like it like for people who didn't notice, that's not written in English, but like the cover of the magazine is.
Yeah.
It's like
Everything else is in
so it's sort of like
Japanese.
a
I
more
can't read
underground-ish
Japanese,
joke.
but
I was gonna
can-
ask that. So you can't read Japanese.
no.
So do you actually like ever read those, or like do you like use like translators or something?
I did read this one. I know you can't use translate.
I didn't think so.
But I read them. I mean, that's the thing. As a foreigner on Comic Cat, it's really hard to not buy porn. Because I was actually thinking about that on Comic Cat. Like,
I don't understand anything else.
porn is the easiest way of is the easiest entertainment ever. Which is why I
Yes.
think, yeah. But I mean, come on, like it's so fucking easy. You just need to do this. Yeah, man, this is porn. This is awesome. This is all you need to do. Bam, entertainment. It's the easiest thing. It's like imagine you dancing, like not saying anything, just like dancing.
Go to my last vlog to check that out.
See, but people wouldn't buy a DVD of that.
No, I'm thinking now what I should probably do is just like cut this video in half and just put the dance clip in the middle.
I don't know. You can't compute yourself.
I can't computer, no, but I can YouTube editor.
Yeah.
I learned to YouTube editor
And,
last week.
on the Comic Cat, it was really interesting. There's just all of the stuff. It's not even it's not even porn and fan books like of anime. So there's also I bought some books of like old worn out buildings,
Okay,
like
cool.
like old schools and stuff.
Mhm.
And like there's an island that was abandoned a long time ago because there was a coal mine on it, and then the coal mine just ran out of coal.
Mhm.
So the people left in the time span of a year.
Mhm.
The island was just gone. Like nobody was there anymore. It's like 3 square kilometers. So it's not
Jesus
really that big.
Christ, that's so weird. Like it
It's
makes
a really
sense,
cool-
but it's
yeah, it's-
weird.
And I read about that story, and then I saw like this book called it was called Island. That's all it said on the cover. It was called Island, and I looked at the pictures and I'm like, whoa, this is like exactly the thing I looked on at the internet on the internet. So I bought that, and I was fascinated by it.
I love the like. I just like to rewind about 10 minutes and remember that Domi said that the reason he went to Japan now is because he had no money, and now he's talking about all the shit he bought there.
I spent about 200 Swiss francs every day at Comic
Oh God!
and I bought a shitload of things you cannot show your children. I'm not particularly proud about most of them, but about some. And also, you would not believe the amount of BL, which is boys love, which is what you would think it is. It's gay porn, but it's not actually for gays. It's for women. Are you
Well, actually, that makes a lot of sense.
being lifted up by this?
Huh?
Like, do you understand this?
No, I understand it because like there are a lot of guys that think girl on girl action's hot. I don't see why it shouldn't be the same.
It isn't.
I know
For
it's-
most people, it isn't.
I know it's not for most
But-
people, but I don't see why. Like, it's not like I understand the thought process that goes into it.
It's just it's a very special thing. It's a very
It's just
Japanese
less common. So.
thing. You think it is until you go to Comic Con.
No, I mean like the world over, it's generally accepted as
Oh,
being
yeah.
less common.
Yeah. It's a very Japanese thing.
Mhm.
But girls in Japan, if they're into anime and manga, they are probably into boys love. So, and I'm not kidding about that. You can go into the Stauffacher, which is the bookshop in Switzerland.
Stauffacher's also fucking in Zurich. It's the place.
Okay, I live in Switzerland. I don't know Switzerland. So
Well, okay, so Stauffacher is basically like one of the biggest fucking central areas in Zurich, which is why it's funny that he.
I don't like Zurich. I wasn't there a lot.
I love Zurich, man.
Yeah, I don't hate
I'm,
Zurich.
I'm from Zurich, so.
It's a good place.
The only
Although
place that I don't
it's
like
very
is Basel.
different to Bern, and like to.
No, I agree. Zurich is very different to the other places
Yeah.
in Switzerland.
I lived on the
It's still very
countryside.
Swiss when you compare it to like other countries and shit. It's a lot
Yeah.
more internationalized.
People speak German like normal German. Weird.
Kind of.
Yeah. So wait. Yeah. In the Stauffacher there is 3 or 4 ecchi or porn mangas. Ecchi is like. Just,
Wait, so Stauffacher is the name of a shop?
yeah, it's a bookshop in
Okay.
Bern.
Okay, go on.
Whoa, see? So I have a bag of it. Like, okay, so you can buy like four mangas that are like porn shit, like normal porn. No offense. And then there's like
It's
6
like normal
or
porn.
7
No
boys
offense
love.
to you people who watch actual people.
There's 6 or 7 boys love manga, and I've seen girls come into the shop, pick them up, and buy them. I've seen this happen with my eyes, and it was.
That's interesting, actually.
See,
I
knew
find
it
shit like
happened.
this interesting. I find learning new stuff interesting. Like, no matter if it's like something that I'm actually interested in or not. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those TIL moments.
So you're telling me that you're not interested in this?
I'm not
understand.
interested in boys love.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I find it interesting to learn new stuff.
See, I know a lot of things about a lot of things that I don't like.
Yeah, he knows a lot of shit about, like, if you ever think that like there's something on the internet, he's probably seen it.
That people are angry with me that I've seen the YouTube video they sent to me, and I don't even say like right now. I don't say anymore that I've seen it. I don't say, oh, this is old. I've done that like 5 times. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
there's like that's like the case for me with my brony friends. Like some of them just like link me shit from like 3 months ago. I'm like, yeah.
Good to see that again.
So my response
Nice
now is
refresher.
generally either cool or old but gold.
Old but gold. That's good. Yeah.
People get less pissed off by that.
Yeah. So boys love. Yeah. That's
It's
the thing.
guy love.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about something.
Let's do
because
one
we're-
more topic.
Ah, shit. Okay, so let me just push it in. Because you were talking about Akiko.
Akikan, yes.
Akikan, which is about cats turning into girls. There's a show called...
Is it about girls turning into cans?
It's about girls being weapons. They are actual weapons. Like firing weapons. They are assault rifles. They are called that. They're called Sik-chan or whatever. No, I think they have different names. But they are in a school, they train their weapon, and they represent their weapon.
Okay.
And then there's also Girl und Panzer. Und Panzer. Girl und Panzer. Garupan. For short. And what they do, it's all of this shit is about schools. It's always with schools, because that's the only thing they can relate to. And it's like, different countries have this huge fucking plane ships, how do you call them?
Plane ship? Airplane?
No, like,
Aircraft carrier?
thank you, aircraft carriers that don't actually carry aircrafts.
They carry girl panzers?
Yes, and they have just like huge landscapes on them. And then the girls drive around in their tanks in them.
How many episodes are in the series?
Right now, I think they're on episode 8.
I need to watch this.
See, in
I need to
Japan,
watch
you have seasons. You have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And it's always 6 episodes for every season. And
So seasons are literal seasons.
they are literal seasons. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. A lot of people still don't know that. And if you want to catch up on new anime, then just go on. I'm throwing this out because I hate how a lot of people don't catch up on new anime. You should too, maybe.
I don't watch anime that much though.
You
I only
can.
know Akikan.
Nothing stops you.
No, I know. Like it's. I mean, it's not like I look down on it or anything.
No,
It's just that, like,
you have there are actual charts. Like next season, this is gonna be out.
Oh, that's cool.
I think Kart Driver's blog, like thekartdriver.com probably.
Oh, I thought you were saying there's a show called like The Cart Driver's Block.
No, it's the Kart Driver. He has a blog. He makes these charts, and you can look them up. And then you just go to Tokyo Toshan, whatever. You'll find it. Just go on torrent sites and shit, and then you can look up anime. Watch anime. Watch more anime. At least watch one old anime. Watch Mushishi, I think.
Send it to me afterwards. I'll watch it.
You
And watch Akikan.
people need to watch a lot more anime.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how much anime there is out there that isn't actually just like straight up Japanese anime, like weird things, half naked girls.
Alright, so one more topic. What are we going to talk about? I have no idea how long this is.
I want to talk about all the good anime that I've seen.
No. We're going to a completely different topic. One more topic.
World economics.
No.
Okay. While we are thinking about new a new topic, I bought this book at Comic-Con that was called Haru Hitler.
Oh, yeah.
Haru Hitler. Let that sink in.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Alright, so your choice. What are we talking about?
I've chosen a lot of topics. Can't you?
Huh?
Oh, okay. We're gonna talk about D&D. Oh
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna talk about pen and paper role playing.
Shouldn't we just do this after we've actually played some? Because I've never played pen and paper in my life. The only thing that I
Makes
can
sense.
possibly relate this to is that, like, my friends and I in lower school used to, like, spend our breaks playing what we called mind games, which now that mind games is a meme is funny to me. But, like, we would just come up with these fantasy games in our head.
Mind games is a meme.
Like,
what?
Day 9's mind games is a meme in StarCraft.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, so basically we used to just, like, play these games and, like, I guess my friend Oliver sort of acted as the dungeon master would in a D&D. And, like, those were pretty fun. I mean, I guess those are pretty much the same
So
thing,
it was like
minus,
adventures
like,
in your
rolling
head?
die and stuff. Yeah.
Well, having them be called mind games is really smart.
Well, they're in your mind.
See, I knew kids at the international schools were really smart. So
How is that smart?
just joking. Huh?
Yeah, all of us are fucking dumbasses.
Okay, we can talk about people being offended about stupid shit.
I like this.
This might actually like circle into me not being the biggest fan of some feminist people. I'm not saying no, like, oh my god, people are going to judge me.
He hates women.
I like women and I like them, while they are women themselves. Women do not need a man to be women.
Yeah, I agree, completely.
And I have no problem with anyone. Like, I've had my problems getting over people that are very weird. Or different that I could not understand.
I want to let that sink in for a moment.
Like,
Domi has gotten over other people being weird.
Just to imagine this, remember the first time in your head, just make up your mental stage, like you're sitting at your computer and it's the first time you read about fucking furries. Like, boom, what? What? And from then on, bam, 5 hours fucking research and being weirded out, then like not sleeping for 2 days. See?
Oh god.
This weird, that weird. I've gotten about this. I've gotten over fucking furries, so I can get over people thinking whatever. I don't care.
Slowly but surely, he's getting over ponies, I think.
But I'm not gonna watch the show. Whatever.
I think you should watch an episode.
So
this is an argument that we'll have another time.
On top of it, there is this thing called trigger warnings. A trigger is something that if people have been raped, it is possible that they remember the event of their rape by seeing different words like rape or sex or force, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. It's not good.
Yeah.
And also people that were bullied can have triggers that then make them remember things they do not want to remember. While I understand the meaning of triggers, I think they are not good. They don't work. So now
I don't really know where
about
you're getting
triggers.
with this.
What do you think about triggers? Trigger warnings.
What exactly does the trigger warning do? Does it mean like you put in words that you don't want to see and like that?
You just write trigger warning, and then people know. Oh, if I have a trigger, I will not read this. It's just like writing spoiler. And then writing
I
text
see. I see.
Below it.
I mean, I don't really think that makes much sense because if you're like saying trigger warnings, like don't read this because it contains these words that you don't want to read. It's like, I know you don't want to read this word, but here's this word.
Yeah, that's the best thing. It says sometimes it just says trigger warning rape.
It's just like it's like spoiler. Okay, just inside this document is a spoiler, the Grubby 140. So don't click it if you want to know the Grubby 140. It's like that's what I equip. That's like what I make. What it reminds me of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like these people uploading videos so you think it was actually a 5-game show match, and like the last 2 games are just like huge icons with spoiler. Oh, that would be awesome.
It's like the fucking image, like the fucking the thumbnail just says spoiler on it. It's like, oh, well that worked well. It's like there was a Husky game, or like there was a Husky series, or an HD. HD is the one who used to do this. He had a series like a best of 4 series, a best of 3 series, a best of 3 series or whatever, and like it was between like a Protoss and a Terran, and like the spoiler video's thumbnail had like a bunch of creep on it. It's like,
I love that. Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Alright, so we were gonna talk about what were we gonna talk about? People who get irritated by shit that they shouldn't get irritated by.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point out something here. I'm a very vocal atheist. I'm a very opinionated atheist. I think
we're going to agree on most topics, so it's okay.
Yeah, but I just want to put this out there. I personally believe that institutionalized religion is one of the worst things that's ever happened to the world for a number of reasons. I'm not going to go into that. But there's some things about like atheistic people, like a lot of atheists, that piss me the fuck off. Like, for instance, if something happens to you, and like somebody's like, I will pray for you, don't fucking turn around and be like, well, I don't believe in God, so why don't you like give me money or something? Just say fucking thank you. It's like, I don't like the same thing goes for a lot of other people. It's like if you're like a Christian and somebody says like Happy Hanukkah to you, don't be pissed off at them for like saying Happy Hanukkah. Just say thank you.
Have you been on Reddit lately?
Which one?
The atheism Reddit.
I go on the atheism Reddit very rarely because there's a couple of funny things on there every now and then. But like of the top 25 pages, I feel like the majority of them are just like 14-year-old people posting random shit that's been posted before, and like they actually just are like being rebellious because their parents are Christian. And they want to be rebellious. They
You
don't
know
actually
this-
have any core beliefs.
You know these people that have like, okay, I'm going to one. I will describe a person to you that I have met.
Okay.
Okay, so they have a neck beard. They're pretty big. Yeah,
Mhm.
big as fuck. Yeah, they're pretty big. They wear military pants. They have a Panam bag, which is from Lost.
Uh-huh.
They wear a shirt with like, I don't know, whatever on it, just like something showing what they think.
Mhm.
And they wear a fedora.
I don't have a problem with people wearing a shirt that like says what they think. I know like occasionally you do, depending on what the shirt is. I
have a
agree.
problem with that. Oh, okay.
No, I agree. Like some shirts are just like fucking rude. Like for instance, if somebody were to go around like wearing a fucking shirt saying like
God hates
school
gays.
massacres, yeah, or something like that, that's not okay. But like if somebody goes around like wearing a shirt saying like with like a Christian cross or something, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, but the Christian cross is something different than. Let's say you're wearing a shirt and on it it says, "God's not real."
That
I
I
think
don't
that's
like.
okay.
That I mean, I don't agree. I don't like that either because like, there's no way we could objectively. Like, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God, but like, I don't go up to people saying you're a fucking idiot if you believe God is real. It's like, no. I mean,
But the shirt is not going up to people.
no, it's not. I mean, like, I don't have a huge problem with that. I mean, there are things that are worse, but I think like that's a very insensitive thing to do. It's like, it's like somebody wearing a shirt saying like atheists are going to hell. Like that's offensive. But like that's also offensive. Like I'm not gonna get offended by that personally. Or like there was somebody, I was at a metal festival and somebody was wearing a shirt that said like Jesus is a cunt. It's like that's not okay. Like
You don't know.
I personally would like if I saw that like with a picture that was funny, I would laugh. But it's
But-
not okay. Like there are people who get
I
offended by
think-
that. That's very insensitive.
There's a time and place for pretty much everything. Like I'm one of the people that I've yet to see the actual boundary from what I think is not allowed in comedy.
Okay,
Like-
yeah, I agree with that as well. Like that's actually something that I think is totally different though, because like if you're going into a comedy thing, you're going into that knowing this is what I'm gonna get. If there's something you don't like, you can turn it off, you can leave.
Okay.
Whereas like if there's somebody like wearing something, you can't just like, I mean you can look away or whatever, but like that's very, very different. Like I feel like there are no bounds in comedy because as long as somebody knows what they're getting when they're going into it, I think it's perfectly fine to make jokes about anything in comedy.
So you are going to a metal concert.
Mm-hmm.
You see someone wearing an offensive shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't know that was gonna happen.
No, I mean I assumed it would. I mean there's, but
See,
it's
so there's
it's a
time and
dickish
place
thing.
for-
I mean it's a dickish thing. There are plenty of people who are Christians who like metal.
Yes, but metal has this culture.
It does, but I mean there are certain things like they're very insensitive to do. Like like I said, I'm not gonna get offended by them, but they're still insensitive and like it's just you being a dick. I mean if it makes you feel like you're like fuck it, like if you're on the internet, if it makes you feel like your fucking peen is like 20 inches, like you're still a dick. It's like fucking like it's like the fucking Westboro Baptist Church. Like all they're doing is saying their beliefs. That's all
Yeah.
they're doing. All they're doing is
Okay, I
going up
guess
to
that's
fucking
true,
like
yeah.
it's the same thing. Like
But
they're just more
doing
extreme.
but they're doing it on the corner of the street. He's doing it at the fucking metal concert.
Yes, but the thing to think about is like there are still people who could be offended by that in that area. Like if you're going to like an atheist club wearing a shirt that says God's not real, that's very different from if you're going somewhere where there's possibly somebody who is religious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still potentially very offensive to certain people. I mean, obviously there's going to be less people who are offended by that. Like if you go to a Marilyn Manson concert, there's going to be a lot less people who are offended by that. But there is still plenty of Christian people who listen to Marilyn Manson, like just because they actually like the music. I know several of them. Like there's less, obviously, but
So they don't listen to the lyrics?
like there are some people who don't actually listen to lyrics and music that much, and like there are people who like the music but don't like there are people like that. I mean it's also the other thing to think about is that like the shit that people say in songs isn't always what they actually believe.
Yeah.
That's another thing like to think about, especially when it comes to like rap and hip hop and shit. Like they're not all like capping people's asses and
Yeah, but that's just a shirt. That's just an act.
I know,
you
like, but it's like the same thing is true. Like when I went to see Marilyn Manson, outside of the Hallenstadion was like a fucking church group.
Wasn't it
saying,
church?
Yes, like a fucking church group saying prayers and like saying shit like you're gonna go to hell to people. That's like I'm not offended by that because I have a very high tolerance of shit that offends me. But I'm sure there were people who were offended by that. Like that's fucking rude. And like, essentially what you're saying is, because you're here, you're going to burn in agony for all of eternity. How is that not offensive?
Did you know that the Finnish hell is cold?
Why? Because they live there?
Because being cold is not good.
I know, man.
Being hot is not good. Being cold is also not good.
I know, man. But that's my opinion on that.
Yeah. But
I feel very strongly about like, I was actually watching. Did you see the TYT interview with Will Wheaton? Apparently, there's a law called.
Oh my God. I do not like that guy.
Called Will Wheaton's law on the internet, and the law is don't be a dick. It's pretty good words to live by. Like, obviously,
good, actually.
all of us are fucking dicks online sometimes. Like, if somebody fucking like cannon rushes me 3 games in a row and I lose all of them, I'm gonna be kind of mad, and like maybe leave without saying GG or something. Nerox. On the other hand, no, but like there are people like you get frustrated, and eventually most people will eventually lash out in some way. In general, don't be a dick. Not just the internet.
Yeah.
It's also in real life. Just don't be a dick. What do you gain from being a dick? Like, what is there possibly to gain from being a dick?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Going back to the thing about lyrics, like, I have a problem with judging people and judging things, because I judge them, and then what I always try to do, I try to, this kind of sounds stupid, but I try to push myself towards things I think I do not like. Mm-hmm. I only played first-person shooters 2.5 years ago. Only. Mm-hmm. I only played Call of Duty, I only played like Counter-Strike or something, and then I started playing something I never played before. Just because I wanted myself to learn something new, to see something new.
I actually think that's really cool though, because that's like you forcing yourself to broaden your horizons, and it makes you find stuff that you find interesting. Like you're now, yes. you find Dota very interesting, you find StarCraft interesting.
Yes, I found Dota very interesting. Now I stopped playing it because it's very stressful for me, and just I try to push myself in all directions. So what I actually did is I started listening to hip hop, and I'm not English. I'm not a native English speaker, so I don't know if you automatically listen to the lyrics sometimes.
I do.
But I actually have to concentrate. I have to like sit there and only listen to the lyrics to actually understand all of them. And I've been listening to the Kanye West album, My Beautiful Dark and Twisted Fantasy, or whatever it's called, and it's pretty damn good. I mean, it's been called like the best rap album of 2011, I think, 2010, and actually reading about what happened to it, like how it was created, like. He went on a vacation. He did nothing for like 6 months. After the thing happened, like I'm gonna let you finish. You know that whole thing. After it happened, he just went on a break. He just straight up went on a break, and then he made this album, and it was a hit. It was huge. It's very good. And it's like I never realized he is actually like I never realized Kanye West is a person.
Yeah, like that's something that's also very important to realize as well. People are like they're people as well.
Yeah. Like he was trying to make it stop. He was trying to make the chaos stop, and it got the better of him a few times. But when I see that, I actually feel like holy shit, he's a person. He has a life. He has music that actually is good. His lyrics make sense. They represent himself. This album, most of the album, I actually understood some of the things. I didn't get all of it, but some of the things actually make sense. Like it's about him being famous and like everything being crazy because. He has a song called Power, and it's about a single person shouldn't have too much power. I mean, what the fuck? He's a huge artist. He's like the first. He's like the first guy in hip hop to talk about like having a lot of power. And yeah,
well,
that's
I mean,
like
the other thing is like, even like people like Eminem as well. Like, not a lot. Like, there are a lot of people who don't like Eminem. But the other thing to remember is like he's an artist as well. He's a person as well, and like he pours his life into his music. And like even if you don't like it, like he's still a person. Like don't fucking.
Just listen to Stan.
Don't be a dick.
I think the song is called Stan.
That's a really good song.
If you just listen to that song, like imagine Eminem sitting there in his room writing that song. Just imagine that. Like how can you not think? He's trying to put everything into his music.
And like even if you don't like him, you still have to respect him as an artist and like respect that he pours his life into what he does.
Yeah. You need to respect people even if you don't like it. I don't like Will Wheaton because I think he is very pretentious. I don't like Big Bang Theory because I think
It's very pretentious.
I do not like pretentious things. But I have to say, it's hard to hate Will Wheaton when he's being such a nice guy. It really is. Like he does. I think
You should
never
watch this
does.
UAT interview. It's actually really awesome. It's a great interview.
I just can't. I can't bring my. See, I can say I respect him for doing the things he he does. Just like I respect In Control, but I still think he's just going the wrong way with
Fair
his,
enough.
like how he talks and
Fair enough.
stuff like that. So respect people even if you don't like them.
Yeah, I think that's a very important thing to sort of take
And
away
not,
from this vlog.
Not being a dick is also very good.
Yeah, not being a dick is also pretty good. That's a good quote. Just don't be a dick. Just like, put that on your wall. Don't be a dick. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap this up. This has been really long.
Yeah, see? One thing you can learn about this vlog, don't be a dick, be nice to people.
Watch
and
Aki-Kan.
Watch Aki-Kan. I like to talk.
Follow me on Twitter at PengWin. What's yours?
I tweet in English and I tweet about anime. I'm called Neo_Domi. Have fun.
Follow us on Twitter for all of the viewer that's watching us. Yeah, Rifkin, go follow him. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure he follows me. Sorry.
Okay then. Well, I think that just about wraps this up. This has been really long. Sort of makes up for the last couple of really short vlogs that I've done, sort of substance-less ones.
You haven't done.
No, I actually have been pretty consistent up until now. It's gonna be uploaded a tiny bit late, so I hope Baldy doesn't watch this. And
Isn't
know
there a
that-
challenge?
I still did it for the week. I still did this week's, so we have to review the rules. Hope that Baldy doesn't watch the whole thing. Anyway, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next week, I guess.